One thing I always love to do when we're visiting a new city is to take a day trip to expand our knowledge and our enjoyment of a region. So in this video, we're going to talk about 4 amazing day trips that you can take from Dubrovnik that can help you see even more of Croatia's beauty and even more of what the Balkans have to offer. All in this episode of Lucas World Travel. Now, after exploring Dubrovnik's beautiful old town, there's nothing better than hopping on a boat to explore the beautiful islands that surround it. Just head down to the port to find out about all of the wonderful boat tours available. Well, today we're taking a boat tour to the Elaphite Islands, which is an archipelago just off the coast of Croatia. We'll be visiting 3 of the biggest islands in the archipelago, and we'll show you what it's like. Even with David driving, somehow we still made it to our first stop, Elaphite Island. So the first stop in our boat tour is Elaphite Island, and the views here are stunning. It's a bit too cold to get in the water, in my opinion, so we're just going to enjoy walking around the city and exploring. Let's see what it's like. So if you haven't figured it out already, Croatia has some beautifully clear water and some great views. So David's going to report how cold the water is. And the verdict? It's cold. So we walked down the waterfront, enjoying all the beautiful beaches and the gorgeous church at the end of the way. This island is so picturesque, you have to see it for yourself. Our next stop was Sipan Island. And if I'm honest, although the sea view was spectacular, there really wasn't much to do here. We did take a walk through the village, but didn't really see anything of note to report. I imagine that if it was the heat of summer, we would have spent our extra time swimming. But since it was mid-October and a little bit of chill in the air, we quickly ran out of things to do on this island. Our last stop was Kotor Island, and we weren't mad at this view at all. So when you get on these 3 islands, there's really not anything to do. You just want to walk around and enjoy the views. That's it.
And just chill.
The cruise back to Dubrovnik had one of the most incredible sunsets, and with the music jumping in the background, it was such a fun way to end our day trip to the Elaphite Islands. A couple of days later, we took a day trip to Lokram Island, an island that's just a 15-minute boat ride from the pier in Dubrovnik. And your 200 kuna entry fee covers your round-trip boat ride and entry into this gorgeous forest reserve. Once you arrive, you'll see the map with 17 sites to see. And it's a lot of fun to wander around and try to find them all. And our first stop was the monastery.
So they have the Iron Throne here from Game of Thrones. Our tour guide told us they had it. Here it is.
When you get the chance to pretend to be queen for the day, you have to take it. So the thing about this abandoned monastery, monks used to live in this monastery for over 600 years, but they were booted out by the governor of Dubrovnik because they wanted to sell this island in order to earn some money. But the legend says that the monks cursed the island so that whoever owned it would die an unnatural death. And eerily enough, that is exactly what happened. Luckily, once the city made the island communal land again, the curse was broken. As soon as it became community land, all the unnatural deaths stopped. So no worries, you can come visit the island without any trouble. In addition to the monastery, there's a botanical garden that is lovely for a stroll. So we found this rocky beach, and it's quite lovely. Loving the views. You are able to swim, but again, it's late October, so not for us. So this beach even has showers. So now we're in the beautiful Maximilian Garden. I'm really loving the pattern here and all the beautiful plants. Nice place.
Very nice.
We've seen so many peacocks on this island, much more than I was expecting. What a pleasant surprise. So now we're climbing up to see the fort. Hopefully there's a good view. We'll show you in a sec. And I'm here to report the climb was worth it because this view is amazing. Now I have to be honest. The inside of Fort Royal is drab and dingy, but the view from the top more than makes up for the somewhat creepy interior. So you really want to make sure you take the climb up to Fort Royal. The views up here at the top of the fortress are lovely and are super... Oh, there's a toilet here. Fascinating. So the view from the top of the fort is definitely my favorite part of the island. And to be honest, I'm really enjoying Lokram Island quite a bit more than the Elaphite Islands. So if you can only do one, come to Lokram. But if you follow the map, it's kind of like a scavenger hunt trying to find all 18 items. And it's quite fun. We're really enjoying our time here on the island. So I'd say allow 4 to 5 hours to see the island, and it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, I had a great time visiting this island. It was really nice. It was really chill. I really enjoyed seeing all the peacocks and seeing all the sights.
And as you head back to the mainland, the views of the old town just never get old. Next, you can see even more of the Balkans with a day trip 2 hours north to Mostar, Bosnia and Herzegovina. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is famous for its Old Town Bridge that sits so picturesquely over the river. You'll love admiring the view, shopping at the old bazaar, and eating the delicious Bosnian food. Most people also stop on the way to see Krivice waterfall, which really makes your 2-hour journey worthwhile. Another good option is a day trip 2.5 hours south to Kotor, Montenegro. This bay is stunning with a backdrop of expansive mountains perfectly juxtaposed to a mirror-like sea. You can climb up to the fortress to see an amazing view of the bay, or take a boat out to the Lady of the Rocks, which is jaw-droppingly beautiful. Now to get to both Mostar and Kotor, you could either rent a car or book a tour, and tour links are in the description box below. However, we decided to take a deep dive into these cities and spent 7 nights in each. So, if you're interested in seeing what 7 days in Mostar and 7 days in Kotor is like, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to get notified when we post our upcoming videos. No matter whether you choose to stay in Croatia or to venture out into the surrounding Balkan countries, definitely try to do at least one day trip while you're in Dubrovnik, because a change of perspective can change everything. Well, world travelers, that's our journey, so good luck planning yours. And if you want to see all of our Croatian recommendations, check out the playlist on the top there. As always, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for sharing and helping the channel to grow. And happy travel planning until next time.